But I think it's about time I did an update of my PlayStation 1 collection. As you can see, they've got the PlayStation all hooked up and ready to play. That's Dreamcast. Anyway, yeah, so as you can see, it's all hooked up. I still play it, being the retro head that I am. It still gets played, so a bit of an update. It's not much at the moment, and I'm not going to do a complete PlayStation 1 collection because I'm already doing a complete Dreamcast collection. And there's far too many games for the PlayStation to get. I mean, there's hundreds. So I shall just do. So what I thought I would do. Oh, let me sort these out. Oops. What I thought I would do is stick to the best games on the PlayStation. Get the Grand Theft Autos, the Tomb Raiders, the Metal Gears, the Silent Hills. Because there's too much to do a full collection. Right. So, and I've been picking some good bargains up, especially in the car boots. That's flea markets for any Americans watching. I picked up Ridge Racer Revolution for 50p. I picked up Rage Racer for 50p. And if you notice this, I mean, these are both from the car boot. It's got a sticker there from Blockbuster, $39.99, which is obviously what it cost when it first came out. So 50p, and it's still a good game. And I've got Ridge Racer Type 4, which I still love. So that's the three. I think there's one more Ridge Racer for the PlayStation 1, isn't there? Anyway, so that's three Ridge Racers. So I'm trying to go for all the threes, all the trilogies. Next up is the Tekken trilogy. Tekken 1 I picked up for like, I don't know, it was about £2 on eBay. And Tekken 2 I picked up for about £1. I can't remember each and individual price, obviously, but I think the most I've ever paid was about £4. But things are starting to go higher because this actually collecting things, especially for the PlayStation 1 and the Dreamcast and the PlayStation 2, this collecting is getting big. It's not just me who's doing it. There's a lot of people, and the prices are going sky high. For instance, Tekken 3. This, I think I paid about £1.50 for this on one of the auction sites. This can fetch now for about £6 or £7. So things are going up because people have caught on that retro is cool. So there's the Ridge Racers and the Tekkens. That's what we got. Right. Then we got my favourite trilogy of them all, Resident Evil. And these, the prices for these, I can't believe. I mean, for the three of them, they're going upwards of 30, 40 quid, which is berserk for something that's such an old game. But it shows the power of retro. Anyway, Resident Evil 2, one of my favourite games ever, and Resident Evil 3. There's one puzzle in that which winds me up no end. It's that Walk the Valve one, you know the one? I mean, if any players have... Right, I played it. Silent Hill. This, as you can see, the sticker there, $9.99. Which is what I paid for it in GameStation. Pretty steep, you'd think, but no. This goes for about 20, 30 quid on eBay, so I had pretty much of a bargain there. Metal Gear Solid, of course. Again, this is something else that goes berserk in prices. Populous. You know, I've only played the demo of this. I've never played the whole game, even though I've got the game, but I've never played it for some inexplicable reason. So, we've got the Ridge Racer trilogy, the Tekken trilogy, Resident Evil, and some of these. But it doesn't stop there. Because then, right, this is the next trilogy that I'm going to get. And in fact, this is Siphon Filter 2. Was the third one on the PlayStation 2? I can't remember now. It's been so long. Anyway, this is Siphon Filter 2 for the PlayStation. I need to get the first one. And I can't remember if Part 3, I'm not sure if I can get the trilogy, because I think Part 3 might have been on the PlayStation 2. But I have a sneaking suspicion it's on this one. Anyway, so that's Siphon Filter. Alien Trilogy. I had a really good piece of luck with this. Paid £1 for this in a car boot. Normally goes for 7 or 8 quid, so it's not bad. The things you pick up at these places, I'm telling you. And that's still a rocking game. That's still really, really good. I love a bit of Alien Trilogy. Picked this up in a pound shop, California Surfing. It's not very good, but it was £1 and I can't resist. I just couldn't resist it. Right. The Tomb Raiders. This is Tomb Raider 3. This is the other trilogy I'm going for. These are all for the PlayStation 1. That's Tomb Raider 3. This is Tomb Raider 1, the first one, which I picked up for about £1 it was in Game Station. So I'm looking for the third one now, which is the second one, which is proving pretty tricky to get at a decent price, because some people are really tearing the ass of the price, as they do on these sort of sites. Right, 2 of the best games ever, Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey. You can get these now on the PlayStation Store, on the PlayStation 3, but and Oddworld, Abe's Exodus, brilliant game, brilliant game. The both of them, they're fantastic. So, not a trilogy there, but twins. This again, £1 in a car boot, Wipeout 2097. One of the original games for the old PlayStation. And still a good bash, especially when you're having a few drinks on a Saturday or Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Anyway, this one I picked up for about 50p. Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX Maximum Remix. Never played this back in the day. Played it now and it's not that bad. Next one. Tony Hawk Skateboarding, says $9.99 there. That must have been the original price. I paid £1.50 on eBay, but that must have been from where the VBO collection. Great Value Entertainment. Anyway, so Tony Hawk's one of the best skating games of the day. Picked this up 50p in a car boot. Gran Turismo, the first one for PlayStation. Grand Theft Auto, the original one. This wasn't 3D. This was a top-down bird's eye view. And I can remember every games journalist when this was out said, "Oh, this should never be out in 3D because it's too violent." But once it did come out in 3D on the PlayStation 2, they were lapping it up. Shows how shallow some games reviewers can be. Anyway, on to this Porsche Challenge. This was never had that good reviews, but I've always loved it for some reason. It's just, it's just a feeling of driving a Porsche Boxster around. Even though I don't really like Porsches, and I'm not really big into cars, I do like the game. Right, recently I bought In Cold Blood. Why, I don't know, because I had this back in the day, and the puzzles are so damn frustrating that I just never got around to completing it. So why I picked it up again, I suppose it was cheap, and I will do it. Anyway, it wasn't one of my favourite games, but there we are. Then Die Hard Trilogy, loved this game back in the day, and I had to buy it again. So this has got 3 games in one. It's got a driving game, shooting game, and a third person. And last but not least, well, I'm a load of demos, but Driver, which I had yesterday, and I'm loving them. Even though some of the time restraints are a bit frustrating, it's still a class game. That's my PlayStation collection.